Yeah, welcome back. We have over 360, pushing 370 and counting cop stories. Look them up, 7, 8, 9 minutes. All kinds of stuff. Exploding bodies, dogs stopping at red lights, a lot of gross alerts on a lot of vice stuff. I had 2 years, 4 years of vice. Really good stuff, okay? Those are my babies. I love them all. Okay, in addition to that, on that same website, we have over 200 question and answers. So ask me a question, I'll respond directly, and then we'll put it on video. Okay, I won't mention your name, obviously. So, but if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. The next story came up with my friend of mine and said, "What do you talk about golfing?" I said, "Well, yeah, actually, there are a few cop stories. Some are funny, some are just informative. This is kind of both." Okay, again, going back to the original thing here, I said we have to pass psychological exams for battery of psychological exams to make sure we're okay to carry a gun and put people in handcuffs and taser people and all that good stuff. You don't want somebody who's unstable. On a side thing, I gave orals for a smaller department. I was part of the 3-person board, and you get people come in there, and when you talk to them they get 15 minutes to show how good they are, and or how bad they are, and you can sit there as you ask them these questions and go off on your questions, go off on side questions, kind of feel them out, and you can feel some of them have agendas. We had one girl that was had an agenda because her mom was abused when she was a young girl, and she could look at the way she was responding. She couldn't wait to get out there and do my mouth like she couldn't wait to get out there and enforce the law. Okay, well, when she left, we looked at each other and go. She'll go to the first family dispute, and the wife will say, "He beat me," and she'll go, "Oh, really?" Boom, boom, boom. You can't do that. So you could tell by their responses that she may not pass the psychological battery because this is not good. You can't. We're all human beings. We're all human beings, but you have to be able to control yourself as a police officer. Okay, so back on track. So based on that, I'm telling stories about golfers, and some stuff's pretty funny. Some stuff's really weird. The chromosome went off the wagon and came back on or something. Okay, here's another one. A friend of this. Okay, so we had 4 of us that play every Sunday morning, real early, and the first crack of dawn. And one day, one guy couldn't make it. We're all cops. One guy. So this cop partner of mine brought his friend, civilian, older than us, and big Irishman, red hair, big guy. Very gregarious, very outgoing. It's nice, we're all having fun. Okay, well, okay. We eventually stopped playing golf with this partner of mine because he was doing some things too. He's a cop, everything else, but sometimes you just can't do everything. You can do professionally, but you can't do something socially, or vice versa. So we're playing out there. Excuse me. He's a club thrower. Okay. And so since the policeman is his friend and this guy's his guest, after the 3rd hole at the 4th club went flying in the air, we told our partner, "Hey, look, man, you got to tell him to quit throwing the clubs." He goes, "Well, I'm not going to tell him that. He's your friend. You don't want us to tell him. He's going to get all." He's a very emotional golfer too. He's a Caucasian gentleman with red hair. I think whichever his name was. Yeah, he was Irishman. I think it doesn't really matter. But when he got mad, when he had a bad shot, which is golf, 9 out of 10 are going to be bad unless you're on the pro tour. Okay, his face would get really red. Okay, and then he'd throw his club. And then he'd go out there and get it, come back, and off they go, and then he'd be fine. Okay, whew. Okay, so this went on for 4 hours, 3.5 hours, and they threw a couple more clubs, and then we're telling our partner, have him stop that thing, and then we're telling him, I don't want to, you're around him again. Oh, he's a really nice guy. Okay, here comes the cart girl about the 11th hole. A cart girl, for you guys that aren't golfers, they drive out and bring refreshments, including booze. Okay, I don't want to get racial here, but you have an Irishman. Okay, booze, drunks. Okay, I hate to say that, but that's what happens. Is sometimes some race of people can't handle the liquor. Okay, I'm not stereotyping here, but some can, some can't. I guess we're all the same, but some stereotypical phony stories of the past where your parents tell you that this certain race can't drink, these guys are a bunch of dancers, these guys, you believe that as a youngster, you think, wow, but then it's not really that way. Everybody's different. Okay, but anyway, he just happened to be Irish, and he happened to buy a 6-pack of beer on ice, and now he's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't get that. Pumping beer. Okay, fine. He's not my friend. They're off. Play golf. They're over there. We're over here. Okay, fine. So now, here it comes. My buddy's also drinking beer, and they're both feeling pretty good. Okay, fine. Whatever. They're adults. The last hole of this golf course, there's a ravine. Here's a ravine all the way down, and the clubhouse is over here, and there's a fairway over here. We're coming up this. It's uphill. We're coming on this side. Okay, last hole. Apparently, someone had been called him in. We found this out later. Someone called in, the people behind us, I think, and said this guy's a club thrower. So the clubhouse, we didn't know this, found out this later. They were watching us come up the fairway. Well, this guy hit a bad shot into the ravine. Believe me, he's hit a lot of bad shots. Takes out his iron that he had in his hand. He didn't throw it. He buried it into the side of the golf cart fiberglass covering on the side of the cart. You know, those carts are, you know, I don't build those carts, but I'm sure the whole, it's like a fiberglass assembly that comes down that covers everything, and they bolt everything on it. That's what I can figure. There's some kind of assembly there, but it's really nice, you know, nice shiny sides with the golf cart number and all that. Well, he buried the iron into it. In fact, he buried it so bad that he tried to pull the iron out, and he couldn't because he went in like this, and somehow it turned in there, so he couldn't get it out. He's got his spiked shoes. These are the old days where you wore metal spikes, not plastic now. Against the fiberglass, he's trying to pull the club out, okay? And we're sitting there like this. I look at my partner, I go, look at that. I'm just shaking my head, okay. Whew. Okay, we look up, just in time to see two carts coming down the fairway. Who's in it? The marshal, the course superintendent, and the starter. Here they come. Okay, we're going, uh-oh. Why? We found out later, they have binoculars up, and they heard about this guy, so they're watching him, and he buries that club on the side of the cart. I got a feeling they weren't too happy about that, okay? So they come down there, of course, they weren't. You know, they go, what are you doing? By that time, he already pulled the iron out of the side of the fiberglass. They pull up, man, we're just, I went like this, I went, I don't know, not me, man, they're chewing on him. You know, who do you think you are? Come on, you know, we got reports of you throwing clubs and this and that's why we're watching you people. And of course, he's back throwing F-bombs. You know, how dare you were spying on me? Oh, and I look at my partner, I go like this, and he just goes, well, if you had stopped him before, this wouldn't have been a problem, okay? You let him, just like little kids, you let him do something, the next thing they'll do something even worse. Well, he's doing this, then he gets some beer in him, and he's doing even worse, okay? So now that's what the problem, why we didn't play with this partner of mine, because he was not a guy that would confront people. He was kind of passive, and we're police. You have to address the problem. You have to get to it. You have to get to the problem, solve it. So they're out there screaming at each other, okay? Well, that's a $1,500 thing. Well, I ain't paying a nickel. Well, we're going to call the cops. And one guy pulls out a cell phone, man. I'm calling the cops here. What are you going to call the cops for? I'm going, oh my gosh. We're sitting there going, these guys don't know that there's 3 cops sitting right here. You know, I said, oh no, they'll get me involved in this. Because, you know, if our department finds out that this happened and we didn't take action, we didn't stop him from leaving, he says, I'm going to leave. The civilian, I'm going to leave. They're going to get us. We're supposed to be, even though we're off duty, we're supposed to be abiding by the law and do things that are proper and right. This is not right. This is unethical to let somebody get away with the vandalism when they tell him to stay and he's going to leave. And I told my partner, I said, we're going to have to tackle this guy. Oh my gosh, you know, because you can't let him go. You just can't. You know, I mean, $1,500, not a lot of money, but then again, it's not your money. It's not your cart. You here play golf. This is ridiculous. You're not going anywhere. So my partner finally said, look, man, you're going to have to go to the clubhouse and settle this. Oh, you're against me too. I'm going, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So we're going to have to tackle this guy. Okay, so they're getting in the cart, and my golf buddy that was with him, I said, come here. I said, you know, if he tries to leave, we're going to tackle his ass. He goes, yeah, I know. I'll tackle him too. He said, you can't leave. I said, he can't leave. He's an adult. He's got to take responsibility for this. Okay? Yeah, I know. Okay, here we go. Can you imagine? We're off duty trying to play golf, and now we have to do police work. Okay? With his friend. Okay, so here we go. Everybody's caravanning. You know, now the hole's over. They're already going, and we just picked up and left. You know. Now, imagine this is all going on. You're playing municipal golf. There's golfers behind you stacked up. They're wondering what the heck's going on out here. You got this line seminar. You got 1, 2, 3, 5 golf carts in the middle of the fairway, and everybody's pointing fingers at each other. What's going on? They know something's wrong, and I think the people behind us knew because they probably called in. Great, someone has to do something about this idiot. Okay. So anyway, we're driving behind him. I'm thinking, okay. I told my partner, okay, if he bolts for the parking lot, we're going to have to take him down. So I know. Can you imagine? We're talking about taking this guy's friend down. Okay. He goes, yeah, I don't want to do it. We have to, though, man, because, you know, come on, man. He goes, yeah, I know. Okay. So we get out of the carts. No, he had calmed down now. His face went from red to back down to Caucasian. And so there they go, right? So I told my partner, okay, good. He's not going to run out the back door, is he? He goes, no, he says he's going to take care of it. Okay, fine. So we're taking our gear off and taking our shoes off, and here he comes out, you know, head down. Gets to his cart, you know. Bunch of a-holes. A bunch of a-holes. I mean, later on I talk, they're a bunch of a-holes. You wrecked their cart, and oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you this. The carts were almost brand new. I'm talking about really nice, clean. The seats were, we play golf. You get some golf carts that have been there for 15 years or something. You know, the leather's all scratchy or broken. These were pristine, man. You know, really nice, soft cushions. Paint's nice. Sides were fiberglass, really nice. So it wasn't as if he vandalized a piece of crap, okay? So then I'm listening to this conversation, right? And then he asked him, what did it cost you? They took $1,000 on my Visa card. He goes, oh, we negotiated that. Okay, fine. So they're talking, right? So we're all walking to the parking lot. Oh, this is where it gets good. This is where finally my partner, the other guy, says something. This civilian tells my partner quietly, we can hear it, we're the only ones out in the parking lot. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go to the bank and cancel that Visa statement anyway. I'm going to void it out. He looks at him, what? Yeah, I'm just going to call the bank and say that somebody stole my card and that's not my charge. He goes, no, you're not. I go, whoa. My partner, all of a sudden, he grew a set, if you know what I mean. He goes, no, you're not. I said, what do you mean? That's fraud, man. I said, you do that, I'm going to turn your ass in. You broke that card. I'm thinking, finally, he says something. He goes, you broke that card? You're going to pay the fine. If I find out you did that, I'm going to call the cops myself. That's bank fraud, that's theft. Who knows, want to call all kinds of different things going on here. You can't do that. Well, we'll see about that. Well, we'll see about that. These guys were buddies. Buddies. And now they're having this argument over whether I should pay the $1,000, whether I should go to the bank and tell them my credit card was stolen, and that's fraud, man. That's all kinds of things there. You can't do that, okay? So anyway, we see you later, okay? Nothing, shake hands, nothing else. See you later. And they took off, and those two took off in separate cars, and with my partner, we looked at each other. First of all, we'll never have that guy on here again. And second of all, I'm not sure about the other guy, the policeman. Finally, he says something at the end, but he could have stopped this from the get-go, okay? Okay, fine. So we go back to work together. All three of us work together. So we went back to work following week. I pull in next to him. What did your friend do? He goes, no. I said, I made sure he paid it. I said, all right, you sure about that? Or you lying to me? No, I lied to you. I said, okay, because I don't think it's right with everything he did. He goes, well, so you only can do so much, but everybody's an adult here. I'm sure if my partner was lying to me that he went to the bank and did that, I'm not policing banks. It's something that you have to do with yourself. I mean, he knows what he did. But I don't know. I hope that he paid for it, but I don't know. You never know. But it's an example of you pick your friends. You can't pick your family, right? But you pick your friends, and you should pick them carefully, and especially when you got other cops here. And I mean, here we're plotting to have to arrest this guy for trying to skip out on a $1,500, $1,000 payment on a fiberglass body. But anyway, so that wasn't exactly that exciting, but the end was pretty funny to watch him try to take that club out of there, and here they come, getting ready to take him down, and no, you're not. Yes, I am. That was pretty good. It was interesting. But again, we're off duty. Gosh, give me a break. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.